The Price of Trust. In the bustling city of Luminera, there was a young woman named Sophia. She was vibrant and full of life, always surrounded by friends and admirers. Sophia worked as a graphic designer at a popular advertising firm, and she was known for her creativity and passion. Sophia was in a long-term relationship with David, a charming and ambitious lawyer. They had been together for 5 years, and everyone thought they were the perfect couple. They had plans to buy a house, get married, and start a family. Sophia trusted David completely, believing he was her soulmate. One evening, Sophia was out with her best friend, Mia. They were at their favorite cafe, chatting and laughing, when Mia's expression suddenly changed. She looked worried and hesitant. "Sophia, there's something I need to tell you," Mia said, her voice trembling. "I saw David yesterday with another woman. They looked very close." Sophia's heart sank. She felt a wave of disbelief and panic. "Are you sure it was him?" she asked, trying to hold on to hope. "Yes, I'm sure." "I'm so sorry, Sophia," Mia replied, tears welling up in her eyes. That night, Sophia confronted David. She asked him about the woman Mia had seen. David's face turned pale, and he stammered, trying to come up with an explanation. But Sophia could see the truth in his eyes. He had been cheating on her. The revelation shattered Sophia's world. She felt betrayed and heartbroken. How could someone she loved and trusted so deeply do this to her? She spent the next few days in a daze, unable to focus on anything. Her work suffered, and she withdrew from her friends. One day, Sophia decided to take a walk in the park to clear her mind. As she sat on a bench watching the children play and the birds sing, she felt a strange sense of calm. She realized that she couldn't let David's betrayal define her. She needed to find the strength to move on. Sophia decided to take a break from her relationship and focus on herself. She started going to therapy, where she talked about her feelings and learned to heal from the pain. She also threw herself into her work, creating some of the best designs of her career. Her friends, especially Mia, stood by her side, offering support and encouragement. Months passed, and Sophia slowly began to rebuild her life. She discovered new hobbies, traveled to places she had always wanted to visit, and met new people. Through it all, she learned an important lesson. Nothing in life is truly free, not even love. Trust and loyalty must be earned and cherished, and she deserved someone who would value her as much as she valued them. Eventually, Sophia met someone new, a kind and understanding man named Ethan. He was patient and supportive, helping her to trust again. With time, Sophia realized that her painful experience had made her stronger and more resilient. She had learned to value herself and to never settle for less than she deserved. Chapter 2. The Unexpected Encounter. One evening, as Sophia was attending an art gallery opening, she bumped into David. He looked different, more worn and less confident than she remembered. He approached her, a mixture of regret and hope in his eyes. "Sophia, can we talk?" he asked softly. Sophia felt a surge of mixed emotions. She agreed to talk, and they found a quiet corner in the gallery. David apologized for his betrayal and explained how he had realized the gravity of his mistake. He admitted that his life had been empty without her, and that he had learned from his actions. While Sophia appreciated his apology, she knew she couldn't go back. She had grown and changed since their breakup. She told David that she forgave him but needed to move forward without him. It was a bittersweet moment, but it gave Sophia the closure she needed. Chapter 3. A New Beginning. As Sophia continued to thrive in her career, she was offered an opportunity to work on a major project in another city. It was a chance to challenge herself and grow professionally. Ethan supported her decision, even though it meant they would be apart for a while. In the new city, Sophia met a diverse group of people who inspired her in different ways. She became close friends with a fellow designer named Clara, who had her own story of heartbreak and recovery. Together, they navigated the challenges of their new roles and supported each other through the ups and downs. Sophia's project was a success, and she was praised for her innovative ideas and dedication. Her confidence grew, and she felt a renewed sense of purpose. She stayed in touch with Ethan, and their relationship grew stronger despite the distance. They made plans to visit each other regularly and talked about their future together. Chapter 4. The Test of Distance. As months passed, Sophia and Ethan faced the reality of a long-distance relationship. There were times of loneliness and doubt, but they remained committed to each other. They found creative ways to stay connected, from video calls to surprise visits. One day, while Sophia was working late on a project, she received a call from Ethan. His voice sounded strained and Sophia's heart sank. He confessed that he had been feeling lonely and had kissed someone else at a party. He immediately regretted it and wanted to come clean. Sophia was devastated. She had thought their love was strong enough to withstand the distance. She needed time to process what had happened. Ethan agreed to give her space, and they took a break from their relationship. Chapter 5. Healing and Forgiveness. During the break, Sophia focused on herself and her work. She leaned on Clara and her other friends for support. She reflected on her relationship with Ethan and realized that she still loved him, but she needed to heal from the hurt. Ethan too used the time to reflect. He attended therapy to understand why he had made such a mistake and worked on becoming a better partner. He wrote letters to Sophia, expressing his remorse and love, but he respected her need for space. After a few months, Sophia reached out to Ethan. They met in a beautiful park, where they had spent many happy moments together. They talked openly about their feelings and fears. Sophia saw that Ethan was genuinely sorry and had taken steps to change. She decided to give their relationship another chance, but with clear boundaries and a renewed commitment to honesty and trust. Chapter 6. Building a Stronger Future. Sophia and Ethan's relationship grew stronger as they rebuilt their trust. They learned to communicate better and supported each other in their individual journeys. Sophia's career continued to flourish, and she eventually returned to Luminera, where she and Ethan moved in together. They faced challenges, but they tackled them as a team. Sophia continued to create beautiful designs, while Ethan pursued his passion for helping others through his legal work. They made time for each other, always prioritizing their relationship. Years later, Sophia and Ethan stood together, looking at a house they had just bought. It was a symbol of their journey, filled with ups and downs, but ultimately a testament to their love and resilience. They had learned that nothing in life is truly free, but the effort and dedication they put into their relationship were worth it. And so Sophia and Ethan continued their journey, hand in hand, ready to face whatever the future held, knowing that their love was strong enough to overcome any obstacle. Chapter 7. A New Chapter. Sophia and Ethan decided to celebrate their new home by hosting a housewarming party. They invited all their friends and family to share in their happiness. The house was filled with laughter, music, and the aroma of delicious food. Sophia felt a deep sense of joy and gratitude, as she looked around at the people who had supported them through their journey. As the evening went on, Sophia noticed a familiar face in the crowd. It was Clara, her friend from the other city, who had come to surprise her. They hugged tightly and Clara whispered, "I'm so proud of you, Sophia." The party was a success, and it marked the beginning of a new chapter for Sophia and Ethan. They settled into their home, decorating it with pieces that reflected their personalities and shared memories. They planted a garden, where they spent many weekends together, nurturing the plants and enjoying each other's company. Chapter 8: Facing New Challenges. Life was good, but it wasn't without its challenges. Sophia and Ethan faced the usual stresses of work and daily life. There were moments of tension and disagreement, but they had learned to communicate openly and work through their issues together. One day, Ethan received an offer for a dream job in a different city. It was a significant opportunity for his career, but it meant moving away from the life they had built in Luminera. Ethan was torn, not wanting to disrupt their lives but also eager to pursue his passion. Sophia supported Ethan's ambitions but felt anxious about the potential changes. They discussed the pros and cons, and ultimately decided that Ethan should take the job. They would manage the long-distance aspect of their relationship again, but this time with more experience and confidence in their love. Chapter 9: Long-Distance Love Again. Ethan moved to the new city, and they resumed their long-distance relationship. This time they were better prepared. They scheduled regular visits and maintained their connection through frequent calls and messages. They also set goals for their future, planning how they could eventually be together in the same city. Sophia focused on her work and continued to grow her career. She took on more responsibilities at her firm and started mentoring junior designers. Her experiences had made her more empathetic and wise, and she enjoyed helping others navigate their challenges. During one of her visits to see Ethan, they explored the new city together. They visited museums, tried new restaurants, and made new memories. It reminded them of the early days of their relationship, filled with excitement and discovery. Chapter 10: Reunion and Growth. After a year, Ethan's contract ended, and he was offered a position back in Luminera. Sophia and Ethan were thrilled to be reunited. They celebrated with a small trip to the countryside, where they could relax and reflect on their journey. Being together again brought new energy to their relationship. They continued to support each other's careers while making time for their personal interests and hobbies. Sophia took up painting, something she had always wanted to try, and Ethan joined a local community group focused on social justice. Chapter 11: Strengthening Bonds. Sophia and Ethan decided to get more involved in their community. They volunteered at local events and joined neighborhood initiatives. Through this, they made new friends and deepened their connection to Luminera. One of their projects was helping to renovate a community center. They spent weekends painting walls, planting flowers, and organizing events to bring people together. It was hard work, but it was rewarding. They saw how their efforts helped build a stronger, more vibrant community. Chapter 12: New Horizons. As time passed, Sophia and Ethan discussed starting a family. They both felt ready for this new chapter in their lives. The decision brought them even closer, as they talked about their dreams and hopes for the future. Sophia discovered she was pregnant, and they were overjoyed. They prepared for the arrival of their baby, decorating a nursery and reading books on parenting. Their friends and family shared in their excitement, offering support and advice. When their baby girl Lily was born, Sophia and Ethan felt a love they had never experienced before. Holding Lily in their arms, They knew that all the challenges they had faced were worth it. They promised to give her a life filled with love, support, and opportunities. Chapter 13. A Family's Journey. Raising Lily brought new challenges and joys. Sophia and Ethan learned to balance their careers with parenting. They took turns caring for Lily, and their teamwork grew even stronger. Watching Lily grow and discover the world brought endless moments of happiness and wonder. Sophia found that motherhood inspired her creativity. She started a new project at work, designing a series of children's books. Ethan continued his work in law, but also made time to teach Lily about the importance of fairness and justice. As a family, they traveled to new places, exploring different cultures and creating lasting memories. Each adventure strengthened their bond and taught them more about the world and themselves. Chapter 14. Life Lessons. As Lily grew older, Sophia and Ethan taught her the values they held dear. They encouraged her to be curious, kind, and resilient. They shared stories from their own lives, including the challenges they had overcome. One evening, as they sat together looking through old photos, Sophia realized how far they had come. Their journey had been filled with ups and downs, but it had made them stronger. She looked at Ethan and Lily, feeling grateful for the love and life they shared. Chapter 15. Embracing the Future. Sophia and Ethan knew that life would continue to bring challenges, but they were ready to face them together. They had learned that nothing in life is truly free, but the effort and dedication they put into their relationship were worth it. Their story was one of love, trust, and resilience. They had built a life filled with happiness and fulfillment, always growing and learning together. And as they looked to the future, they knew that their journey was far from over. It was just beginning.